Crown jewels in 1 hour. Before we get there, let's talk about Raw and SmackDown.
Bretto live on YouTube.
This is episode 326 of the Week in Review Action Figure Setup, where we talk about Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown with WWE action figures. If you're interested on my Crown Jewel predictions, there is a prediction video on the channel that I filmed with Brother Dink earlier in the week, so feel free to check it out. This episode of Monday Night Raw was from Dallas, Texas, so what do you say? Here we go, and let's talk about Monday Night Raw. So Roman Reigns returned last week for what feels like the 20th time, and here he is this week with no plans for Crown Jewel. Let's give him some plans. Here comes Paul Heyman and Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed's going to challenge Roman Reigns to a match in Australia, his home country, and at the Crown Jewel. It's going to be an Australian street fight against Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, of course, accepts, and then he kind of insults Bronson Reed, and it ends with an all-out brawl. Battle on ringside to open up Monday Night Raw. I'm kind of disappointed. I really wanted it to be Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns at the Crown Jewel, not Bronson Reed. We already saw this at Clash in Paris. So last week, Becky Lynch decided to knock out Akira Tozawa and Maxine Dupree, and it led to a match this week where Maxine got an opportunity against the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch. This match was oddly long. I feel like it was too long, but it was the opening match, and believe it or not, Maxine actually took a W, but not by the way you might think. She actually won by countout. Becky Lynch actually lost track of the count. She started taunting the crowd on the announce table, and the ref literally counted 9-10. The quickest 9-10 I've ever seen. I'm like, bro, Jessica Carr, you could have at least counted that a little slower. It looked so crooked. It looked so rigged. I mean, good for Maxine. She took a big W over the Intercontinental Women's Champion. I was really bored in this match. Roman Reigns still trying to get in the head of Jey Uso here, trying to direct him in the path of tribal chief mentality. Roman Reigns this week, though, questioned Jimmy Uso and said, hey, do you have a problem with me, confronting your brother about this? Stay out of the way. I love this. I don't know where it's going to lead. Maybe reformation of the bloodline? Will the Usos turn heel again? Will Roman Reigns go heel again? I don't know. This has the pot stirring. Our second match on the show, Roxanne Perez went one-on-one with Lyra Valkyria, and Bayley actually asked to be in the corner of Lyra here tonight. It didn't really work out for Bayley because Raquel took it to Bayley with a massive big boot. Distracted Lyra a little bit, allowing for Roxanne Perez to hit pop rocks and Lyra Valkyria. Roxanne takes a big W. But then after the match, I found it really interesting because Bayley was like, hey, let's go get him, Lyra. So they attack him later backstage, and this is kind of leading to maybe a heel Lyra. Maybe Bayley will slowly turn Lyra heel and or just crazy in the head like Bayley is. I think Lyra's starting to come around to Bayley's tactics. Did anybody else catch the MJF reference from CM Punk? I'm better than you, Seth, and you know it. So CM Punk was just trying to have a good time. He was trying to bask in the glory of his victory here at WrestlePalooza. He's gonna get interrupted by LA Knight. LA Knight says, no, I'm next in line for the World Heavyweight Championship. I was the last to pin Seth. Punk's like, oh, I'm the next in line. And then here comes Jay saying he's next in line. So this is gonna break down. After I believe CM Punk called Jey Uso a little Roman, which you do not do to Jey Uso. He's kind of a hothead, so he super kicks LA Knight. This breaks down. CM Punk gets involved. It'll lead to a tag team main event, but you could just tell Jimmy was conflicted here because he's low-key chill with Knight. He's chill with Punk, but I feel like the Usos are gonna get on the same page very soon. Bro, where was Rhea Ripley? So Asuka made a match for Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane versus Io Sky. They did have Asuka on ringside. You know she's gonna be pulling some shenanigans on ringside saying Kairi. And then believe it or not, it actually leads to Io Sky losing this match. Asuka gave Kairi Sane some leverage on the hands covering Io Sky. It's to a loss for Io. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe Kairi Sane actually pinned Io Sky. And then they kind of just double team her here at the end. Everybody in that arena, including myself watching at home, was like, bro, where is Rhea Ripley? I have no clue where she was. Maybe she was already in Australia, but they take it to Io Sky. This double elbow drop. Rhea should have helped out here, man, seriously. Oh, I loved this little segment backstage. So Seth Rollins had to listen to his wife, Becky Lynch, just complain and complain about getting counted out. And right when she left the room, he's like, Paul, I need to talk to you for a sec. Once again, I need to beat Cody Rhodes. And this segment was right after an insane little video package of the rivalry between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. So this really had some meaning here. What happens if I lose? Paul says, well, the Vision won't believe in you. The Vision will not, and I might leave you for Roman Reigns. Or I might leave you for Brock Lesnar, or whatever Paul Heyman meant. Could possibly leave Seth Rollins if Seth doesn't beat Cody Rhodes. So that just makes the stakes even higher for the crown jewel. Who will win, Seth or Cody? Prediction video on the channel, find out, but I'm loving it. This match reminded me of like a 2K randomizer match. It was a 6-man tag team match where AJ Styles and Dragon Dragon Lee needed to find a third member to take on the Judgment Day. They found Penta. Penta teamed with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. This tag match was a lot of fun. Rusev decided to come out towards the end of the match, and he ate a random super kick from Penta because he was trying to get his hands on Dominic Mysterio, so it was kind of inadvertent from Penta, but Penta's like, dude, I don't care. Take out Rusev. Who cares? So it led to Dom running away, turned into a 2-on-3 handicap match. AJ Styles hits the Styles Clash on JD McDonough and wins the match. And then literally not even 5 seconds after the match, here goes AJ Styles, jumps on the top of the announce desk. John Cena, I'm ready for you. We don't need a storyline. This is going to be special. It's going to be amazing. We're going to kick butt at the Crown Jewel. So I was like, okay, AJ Styles making a statement. A lot of people, including myself, were saying that this match deserved a story. I have trust in AJ Styles, so let's go. I'm excited for their match. Into our main event of the show, CM Punk and LA Knight had to get along to take on the Usos, and I would say they got along pretty good because they took a W. Like Jimmy and Jay need to get back on the same page. They had a couple miscommunications in this tag match leading to the loss. CM Punk would hit the GTS on Jey Uso and then kind of back up into the corner where LA Knight would tag himself in and get the pin for the win. LA Knight is such a rage baiter, I swear. Like, he literally tries to make people pissed off, and he's doing it. He stole the victory right after the GTS. He didn't even hit another move on Jey Uso. Yeah, Jey Uso was the one to get pinned. That was so weird. Will the Usos get along? Who's next for the World Heavyweight Championship? We will find out, baby. It was Monday Night Raw from Dallas, Texas. My favorite match on this card was definitely that 6-man tag team match. Penta, Dragon, AJ versus the Judgment Day. Favorite moment of this show, believe it or not, was the backstage segment between Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. That just has the pot stirring, and I love it. This episode of Raw was a pretty action-packed episode of Raw. There was a lot of action, a lot of boring stuff, though. It kind of lost my attention. So I'm going to give this episode of Raw 6 out of 10. See if the blue brand did any better. We went from the beard to the stash. I feel like Dominic Mysterio. You guys take the stash? Beard or stash? In the comment section down below. Ah, crap. 1 hour until the Crown Jewel. Let's talk about Friday Night SmackDown. It was obviously from Perth, Australia. They're overseas. They're hours upon miles away. Let's talk about the blue brand. This main event smacked. I can't wait to tell you guys about it, so let's go. Can anyone tell me why Cody Rhodes wasn't interrupted in his opening segment? He was talking about the Crown Jewel Championship and how he won it last year, talking about how he needs to beat Seth Rollins. Nobody interrupted. It's kind of still up in the air who's going to win that match. I feel like that's the most unpredictable match on the card. People could say all day, like, oh, it's going to be Cody, it's going to be Cody, oh, it's going to be Seth, but I feel like deep down, nobody actually knows who's going to win that match. But that's what I like about it. I like the unpredictability about it. As far as the opening promo of SmackDown, I mean, the crowd was hot, but man, I was expecting at least maybe Seth or Paul. Does Jacob Fatu want a shot at the Undisputed Championship? He confronted Cody Rhodes backstage after his segment. Cody's like, yeah, totally, I'm down. Let's do it. Cody walks away, and Jacob Fatu gets attacked by Drew McIntyre. Jacob thought he was done with Drew. No, you ain't done with the Scottish psychopath. Drew took it to Jacob, and then Nick Aldis would make a match official, I believe, for next week. It's going to be Drew versus Jacob, and I feel like they're treating that like a #1 contenders match. Maybe. I feel like the winner of that match will fight Cody for the Undisputed Championship, unless Randy Orton decides to, slide in and turn heel. But I'm excited about it. Sami Zayn's Open Challenge was so nostalgic this week. Sami Zayn, United States Championship Open Challenge. Who responds? The returning Shinsuke Nakamura. Not this heel, weird, goofy Shinsuke anymore. He's the face Shinsuke Nakamura that we all know and love. It reminded me of like their 2016 rivalry right here. It was so cool. The match was going really, really smooth, man. I was really happy to see Nakamura. Like, I didn't think I was going to be this happy to see a Nakamura match. As you guys know from past videos, I'm not the biggest fan of Nakamura. I'm enjoying the match. United States Championship on the line, and here comes the returning Tama Tonga. Megamind is back. The 4th man of the MFT being teased for the past couple weeks here. They all love Solo, and they all want championship gold. Let me see if I can get all the names right here. Solo, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, Tala Tonga, and JC Mateo. They all come out. They are a 5-man group, and they absolutely annihilate not just Sammy, but they also take out Shinsuke. So Shinsuke is 100% a face, which is fantastic. They were all sporting the classic Tama Tonga face paint from the Indies, which was super duper cool. The only one who didn't have it on was obviously the leader, that being Solo. But yeah, this is low-key pretty cool, honestly. It's different. Maybe this will lead to War Games. Maybe it's going to be the MFT in War Games. It's possible. All right, so Tiffany Stratton had to team with her opponent at the Crown Jewel, Stephanie McQuay, to go up against Kiana James and Julia. This was a basic tag team match, dude. Tiffany and Stephanie are a great tag team, low-key, and they tagged really well together. I was expecting more controversy, but there really wasn't. They tagged like they've been tagging for months together, and they took a big W. Tiffany Stratton with the prettiest moonsault. One may argue she kind of stole the pinfall. She kind of tagged herself in as Stephanie was taking out Julia on the outside. But yeah, Tiffany wins with the prettiest moonsault, and I'm excited to see who's going to win the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. Championship on ESPN. But no, I still don't like Julia or Kiana James. Not one bit. Right when I thought we were going to get an Angelo Dawkins heel turn on Montez Ford, it didn't happen. So they got yet again another opportunity at the WWE Tag Team Championships. It feels like every opportunity that the Street Profits get at the Tag Team Championships, they always squander it. You had B-Fab on ringside and Eric Rowan and Nikki Cross on ringside for the Wyatt Six. Tag match was alright, pretty basic. We've seen pretty much everything that these guys do in the ring before because they fought so many times. Wyatt Six take a W over the Street Profits once again, and then after the match, here comes the MFT again, still wearing the face paint, and they confront the Wyatt Six. I found it kind of interesting how Nikki Cross, she didn't give no crap. She got right in the face of Solo Sikoa. Dang, Nikki Cross, like she don't care. And keep in mind, Uncle Howdy wasn't even here. The leader of the Wyatt Six was not even here. And the Wyatt Six with no leader. So I think this is gonna lead to War Games. I don't know, man. I don't know what WWE has up their sleeve, but the MFT, no lie, they look pretty cool. Oh, and you can't top off SmackDown in a better way. Damian Priest loses, as he should. The man that stole my girl gets sent through 2 tables in the main event. Last man standing, he fought Aleister Black, and this match smacked. So hard hitting, steel stairs, steel chairs, kendo sticks, brawling into the WWE Universe, where eventually was not expecting this one bit, and this SmackDown was pre-recorded, so I didn't get this spoiled. Selena Vega jumps up on these big platforms here with Black and Damian Priest and pleads to Priest, yo, careful with Aleister, careful with Aleister. But it was kind of a distraction because Aleister Black shot a fireball in the face of Damian Priest, and then he black masked him, fell off the platform through 2 tables. He could not respond to the 10 count, so Damian Priest loses, and Aleister Black takes a W over Damian Priest. It felt good, first of all, to see Damian Priest lose, and to see Aleister Black with his actual, like, real life, I believe wife, not girlfriend, wife, Selena Vega, by his side. Feels good, it feels fresh, it feels new. I like it a lot. It's so different and cool. I'm really curious to see how these two are actually gonna fare on WWE television together. I'm so curious. It's so different. Like Selena Vega, Aleister Black. It's just such an odd couple. I'm so curious to see how it's gonna work on WWE television. Maybe Lola Vice pulls up to the main roster, teams with Damian. I don't know. Maybe. It's kind of a long stretch, but you never know. Okay, Friday Night SmackDown from Perth. Solid episode of SmackDown. Pleasantly enjoyed some new stuff, some new direction, you know. Hopefully we could get finally some solid stories here on SmackDown and Raw. Come on. Favorite match on SmackDown here, Black Priest. Favorite moment also was with Aleister Black and Selena Vega. Raking the show out of 10. It was definitely better than Raw this week, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Really, if you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new WWE action figure content popping here on this wonderful and beautiful Bretto Live YouTube channel. I want to thank each and every single one of you for tuning into this video here today and watching all the way to the end. It means the world to me when you watch all the way to the end. Comment down below, review if you watched all the way to the end, and I will see all you beautiful people next time. This is Bretto Live saying enjoy Crown Jewel. If you're buying ESPN or if you're watching internationally, lucky you have Netflix. We'll be reviewing the show if you do miss it, so stay tuned for that. Tune into the Bretto Live YouTube channel if you want the results, if you want the thoughts, and an awesome action figure setup, and I'll see you guys next time. Bretto Live is